I want to talk about something that came across. We're not going to call out any YouTubers, but probably a lot of you already know. But we had a reaction that came across the Discord that was very fascinating of a reaction. I like the way that Andrew titled this. He's like, what makes reactions worth watching versus somebody giving opinions on the internet? Chat, I'm curious what you think. Leave a comment if you're watching this later.
Yeah, so in our show notes, I was just going to say in our show notes to because we're trying to be somewhat semi professional here, just in our show notes. When this topic came up, I thought of that of phrasing it that way. What makes somebody, like, especially for you guys, and of course Wave and Shampoo are not here, what makes the reactions that are happening on YouTube, what makes that a little bit different than the opinion of just anybody, ordinary everyday people off the street?
Yeah. Ryan?
Oh, should I keep going?
Ryan, a deep thought?
Well, I mean, I was just trying to gather my thoughts about that. Like, what makes it different? Let's see. Somebody off the street, I guess. My mind's going too literal, I think. But like, as opposed to like, hey, check this out, listen to it, versus being able to like watch a video and see how somebody reacts to a song. I think what a lot of people like is insight into the music or maybe the band or whatever. So there's something else to look at. And so a lot of reaction videos are people that already know the bands, watching a person react to the video they've never seen, right? So if you're a fan of that music, you want to see somebody else enjoy it as much as you. Now, I've done videos where I don't like it, and I try and be honest about it, but also not shit all over the band, because that's something somebody loved. When they put it out, that's something somebody's proud of and they love. So,
Right. And so I think that is one of the big differences there for me, especially as an outsider. When I started watching reactors and watching you guys in particular, what I was noticing was that you were bringing something to the conversation. First, you had the credibility, especially, like you, Alan. You always mention how you're a sound engineer, you're leading your band Dichotic, so you have history, and the rest of the guys on the channel here with your background in music, so you always seem to be able to present that credibility. So it's when I watch y'all's and other people, like a person who's a voice coach who reacts to a song, you see that credibility from those people. So it's like, okay, first, they know what they're talking about. And then second, in my opinion, a well-constructed reaction is going to introduce things for you to think about, especially like what you do, Alan, when you break it down, you do the stems and you do the other things to kind of pick it apart to say, well, here's what I'm picking up. I'm hearing this. I'm hearing a layering here. I'm hearing that there. And that makes it interesting. But if you're just going to turn a camera on and start saying or not saying anything, which is the case of some of the bad reactions that I've seen, where it's just, here's a video. Oh, that's nice. Nope, that's no good. I don't like it. That's bad. Score 0. Next. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. That's boring. If you're going to get in this business, and just if I could segue a bit into what I do, because I can't really speak too much on this because I'm not a reactor. I'm more of a writer.
I'm curious from the fan. It's curious to hear from a fan's perspective anyway, so it's cool to hear this.
But even as a writer, I have to think about how to structure my article so it just doesn't come across as another blog. What's my lead? What's the angle here? What's the what, when, why, who is it about? Do some research on it. So I try to put some thought into it so that I can offer up value to the reader, that they can see something about it. And obviously the writing I do is more informative, more or less update stuff. I've done some reviews in the past, but it's more about, if you're going to do reactions or write or anything like that, just think about what you can offer your audience other than just sitting there bobbing your head and then going, all right, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Next, peace out.
Yeah. Now, I was going to say, there is this effect with people from other countries that check out people in the US. So something I noticed with analytics, like actually more of the Japanese reactions, they don't care about the talking. They actually are there just to watch you listen, which there is an audience for that. And I've noticed sometimes when the person does know English or in that perspective, then you get a whole different kind of audience. Because there's definitely reactors that it works to just listen because you can see the actual excitement in their face and you can see expression and emotion. And I can see those being entertaining. But the ones that just go, all right, we're done. That's where I'm like, all right, come on, man. Like, what are we doing here?
That gets into another thing too, is about, you guys are aware of something called confirmation bias. We've talked a lot of times about how, I'm a big fan of Bandmade. So when I was going and looking at reactors, obviously I was looking for their Bandmade reactions. And I was hoping that a lot of times I was seeing a genuine reaction from somebody. Obviously, if you're in this realm on YouTube, it can get real easy just to think, hey, I want to grow my channel, I want to grow my audience. So let me just say a whole bunch of good things and just play it up and just sort of be like a character that's into this song because it's so awesome, you guys. But I think after a while, you can kind of figure out what somebody's being honest or authentic or not. And that's one of the things I like about you guys and some of the reactors that I've followed and watched and interacted with. You get a sense that they are authentic, that they're telling you, hey, I really like this. We talked to I'll throw out this guy, for example, Mr. Rock and Roll. He really is very passionate when he does his reactions, but he's authentic. He's really loving it.
And I'll admit, I didn't think it was authentic until I met him. And when I met him, I'm like, oh, this is really him. He fooled me, honestly, because when I first saw it and I told him this, I'm like, I thought it was fake. And then when we talked, I'm like, no, this is how he is. This is him. So I was completely taken back. So I can see why that would be good. Because my favorite, I call them entertaining reactors, is Jamal, aka Jamel. That's one of my favorite ones to watch. And because he's just so positive, always finding positive impact. And I really like that kind of style. And I know for me, I make a conscious effort. I just want to go back to this a little bit. I just don't post the negative videos anymore. If I don't have anything good to say, I just don't put it up anymore. And I've definitely fell in the trap where I've said some bad things, and then I posted it, really regret it later on. And it is what it is. I learned from it. Now I just don't post it. I just feel like it's just better to put positivity out there. And I got that from watching Jamal, aka Jamel videos, mainly because of that. Because I'm like, man, I just want to keep it on the positive note. So that's why I like doing the breaking down the tracks. Because for me, it's complete happiness. I love doing it, and because that's why I like working on every day and editing and stuff. So, but you just got to enjoy what you're doing. So it's really weird when you see reactors just go out there and just doing it for subs and views. It's just really weird. It's like, do you even like music?
Because they think they're going to make a bunch of money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that what it is? They think they're going to make money? Oh, God.
Yeah, they're going to be the next Mr. Beast. Hey, I'll just do these reactions, be all boring. And it's like, I'll just have millions of subs.
Put a little more into it, man.
It takes some genuine effort to these videos. Like when you really get into them, it takes time. There's a lot of editing. I mean, you guys have already heard this from me hundreds of times. I go back and forth with the editing. I do the editing because I like doing it. That's why I kept doing it. I was like, it's not because at first I got burnt out, but I figured out why I got burnt out. Because I didn't like doing reactions where I just listen and because I ended up drinking, you know what I mean? Because I felt like I had to turn everything off. I was like, no, let me lean into what I like doing. And that's what I started doing. That's why my reactions have completely changed. Because I was like, no, let me just do what I like to do. And if nobody likes it, I don't care. I'm still learning something either way. When I learn something on every single breakdown. Every single breakdown I do, I take away some mix idea. So that's why I like doing it like that now.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you for watching. The Gaijin guys this year are really trying to up our game in the Japanese music news space, so we really rely on our Patreon supporters and our members over here on YouTube, so thank you so much. So if you guys can help, consider becoming a Patreon supporter or a member, and you also get exclusive group reactions from all of the guys. Stay awesome, everyone. See you in the next one. See you!